Ekaj. It's getting considerable. It's gonna get considerably loud, but I like that everyone's quiet.
Alright, fucking mute. Hostek, I would like to mute something.
I've already muted.
I'm muting the squeaker.
I muted him a while
me.
ago.
I can only allow one. That's her.
Right. So, we have questions, because that's what we've been doing for the last hour. We've been talking to each other. Right. What's your opinion on the community of this game as a whole?
To be honest, it's been a weird community forever. Like,
fair enough.
Yeah, you got your nice people like me who buys people stuff just because.
What was the answer?
And then you got people that are absolutely toxic plus absolutely weird. And then mostly you just got kids here just playing around, just doing their shit, I guess. So I guess the community here is okay.
Like I've been during my experience of playing the game, when I first started playing, like I remember first thing I did was go on paintball.
Logan,
it's really cool.
I don't think you're talking.
I'm talking. What the fuck do you mean? I'm talking. He knows I'm talking. You can shut up. You're not talking actually. You've got your mic. You've got people turned off. Right.
I don't, because I'm in the Skype call and I need to be in game chat to be in the Skype call, so I can't talk to other people.
Does the Skype call not class as game? I apologize. Does the Skype call not class as game chat?
No, it doesn't.
Well, just go on a game chat. Just go on a game chat.
I'm in.
Right.
Well, I'm in.
Hello.
I'm in game chat.
No, you're not in game chat because you're not speaking.
Yes, I am. I'm in game chat.
You all want to leave real quick? It's about to be crowded by kids.
I don't care. I'm just gonna mute him. Right.
Hey, who cares about kids?
Don't mute this one. This one's actually not a kid.
I've noticed.
I thought you were calling me a kid. I was like, what's wrong with you?
Right. So.
She's got that fucking squeaker voice on.
Yeah. I noticed when I first started playing, I went on paintball. Everyone was really nice. Like, maybe it was just because I was like lower level and you get lower level people, but like, I remember like shooting someone in paintball and just seeing them across the thing just wave at me, and I was like, that's cool. Because I've played so many games and the communities are always so toxic, and I found that one really cool. And then as I've played the game more, I found more kids just being either incredibly racist or just incredibly angry every time they die. Oh
yeah, trust me, you get a lot of racist kids on here. It's just obnoxious. Like literally, I got one person just saying the N-word to me constantly. I was like, I haven't told him, you keep saying that N-word, you're gonna end up you're gonna be finding yourself on the street with broken arms and broken legs.
Like, it's not good, but like.
Plus, you will have no friends by the end of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand because you're standing. So if I stand, it makes it look better. Right. Like, I feel like there's like the two groups of people. There's the either incredibly racist kids or just like the nice people. You know,
which is one of me, because you get the rare people. I would like to add on. You get the rare people like me that actually buy you stuff just because.
Fair enough.
And I do, Redstone.
Guys, we need to save Wilbur.
Oh,
We're going to save Wilbur.
I could buy you something.
No, you don't have to. It's fine.
I thought when you said
that now, she says that now, but she starts begging for it.
No, when you said I do redstone, I thought you meant like Minecraft. So I was incredibly confused.
Wait, redstone? I didn't even fucking. Oh! I can see that, but no, you know what's real awkward? During the first time I met her, I was fighting some person. All I can hear from one of my friends is, "Go red, go red." I was like, "Who the fuck is red in here?" And she talked about me because I was wearing like, hold on a sec, I was wearing this type of outfit. I was wearing this type of ammo. Shut the fuck up, kid. I was wearing.
Get in the fireplace. Or I will.
This skin right here. She said red, so I thought, oh, she's talking to me. She's talking to me. But then, but later on, I realized her name
this
is
Red. Definitely devolved.
So she wasn't talking about me. She was talking about her. So that was the real awkward moment. Because I thought she was cheering on me, and after a little bit I was like this, oh, you were talking to her. I got rid of the press, I was like, oh, fuck me, fuck this, I'm leaving. Anyways, continue. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, continue.
Everyone here, everyone, go to your settings real quick.
Just gonna block him. Problem solved. Right. Yeah, I just see him do a 180 and look at me.
Hey, dude, silent witch, motherfucker.
What's up?
Hi.
That means F you in sign language.
Cool. What was
Anyways,
I?
continue.
What was I saying? Ah, yes. See,
Blah, 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 blah,
this
blah.
this game is fun, but it's strange. There's a lot of kids. Why? I don't know why there's kids. I never expected there to be so many children, but there's so many people
Well,
that I
this
just
is a
imagine
children's
are like
yeah,
this.
pause. This is a children's game. You
It's
don't
not
find
right.
see much adults.
I can imagine it. Actually, I can see why you'd say it's a children's game. I wouldn't say it's a children's game. It's like it's a children's game as Roblox is a children's game. Like anyone can play it, but like it's mostly kids.
There is certain lobbies that are full of adults. I found a lobby full of 20-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and 16-year-olds, and 15-year-olds, somewhere around like me.
Fair enough. That's a good question. How old are you?
I am 15, but I'll be 16 soon.
Ah.
Oh,
I'm more mature though, compared to a lot of people. I mean,
Why
you
does my
guys
height
met me
keep
before.
changing in the
They
game? I'm
know
really
I'm not
confused. I keep
mature.
getting short and then getting tall again. What's happening?
definitely not.
But when I'm with random strangers, But when I'm with random strangers, I am very, very quiet sometimes. I'm with them. I'm a little bit loud with them because one of my friends is friends with her, so I thought, oh well, this is taking my comfort zone if anything. Hi, Cherry.
Bruh, Nuggle.
Anyway, sorry, my
Who did
friend
you
over
just
there.
shout at? Oh,
That's my friend.
oh. こんにちは.
How's it going, Cherry?
Hey.
Your voice
Are you on
sounds like
PC?
higher than usual. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Why why
Alright,
did the
I gotta mute
VR why
every
are the
squeaker
VR
except for
models
this one.
why are the PC
You're not a
models
squeaker, by the
taller
way,
than
you
the
have a good
console
voice.
models?
Yeah.
I just noticed this. The
Anyways,
PC player
continue.
models are
I'm sorry, I
taller
keep
than the
stopping you.
console models. That's fine. I mean, you don't interview someone and then talk the whole time. The whole point is you talk, and then I ask questions. Anyway,
Yeah,
to be fair,
I'm just
that's
kidding. I want us to continue with these questions because they're very, very, very interesting, and we're both bored. And we're both very bored.
fair enough, as you'd expect to be. I'm sitting down now.
Shut up! Sorry.
I can't take this seriously anymore. Right.
I'm trying to actually have a conversation and fucking random strangers keep talking.
I've muted
What do you
everyone.
do,
I think.
bitch?
And there he
Right.
goes. Oh, he's
Oh,
Is he stopped?
Sick. Right, he can stay there. I know he fell off the roof.
what's
Well
your
done.
There he goes.
Right. So, what
Jay,
do
come over
you?
here. We're having
What
an
often?
interview. Come on over.
What often do you? What the?
We're having
What?
an interview?
Take your
You're right
time.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
What do you often
You
do
can take your
on
time,
Rec
sir.
Room?
What do I often do? I hang out with Redstone. I hang out with Cherry. I hang out with a lot of friends. I don't play games all by myself unless it's paintball, Battle Royale, or Rec Room.
What?
That's actually a lie. I also play another game. Hold on a second. Let me just figure this. I also do drunken bar fight with some other people. And I do insane PvP battles and dodgeball. But I'm trying right
You just
now.
got pushed through the
Fuck you,
wall.
motherfucking cunt ass bitch. Let me walk right in front of you.
Calm
motherfucker.
yourself.
I got a big ass room. Just kidding. Sorry.
Hey guys, it's
Can I pause for a
Logan
second?
Today, guys.
Are you
Yeah,
okay?
I'm.
What? Can I help you?
You are a head and
Are you
arms
okay?
in a fireplace. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, are you okay? Are you
You ain't
okay?
drunk or something? Are you smoking that good shit? You smoking the good shit? Anyways.
Yeah, I
Who
got it.
just,
Okay,
who just
so yeah, I
made the
played
most
those
high
I
pitched
played
noise ever?
those games.
Alright, cool. I like how everyone's. I like how everyone's kind of. Maybe it hasn't quite. Maybe it's just because I muted half the people. But like, I like how it's all kind of gathered around here. This is nice.
But
Oh yeah, that's nice. Hold on, I'm not gonna join you.
Oh, it's that one.
can you move? Hold up.
Konnichiwa, I've
fucking
muted
ass
you
cunt
because
ass
you are
motherfucker.
incredibly loud.
What about you?
Why? This person
Are you
keeps
typing in the
moaning.
chat
I'm gonna
now?
block him now.
Wait, who?
Ah,
Me?
okay. You can just respond in head
That dude.
movements and arm
I'm pointing
movements.
right at him.
Which one?
Oh, hi. Oh,
Where did-
Oh. Get the fuck
Ekaj,
out.
where'd you go? Oh, hi.
I'm outside. I'm
Will you
outside.
clever?
Okay,
Get
I'm
out
coming
here,
outside.
Get out of here.
Bro, how much ink must this have taken?
What do you mean?
Fuck off! Hold
How
a
much-
second,
how
we
much
might
pain?
have a problem here.
I don't know.
Yo, dude, come in.
All this.
Fucking cunts
Probably
are
a lot.
always everywhere.
You swear
Wait,
a
if
lot.
I'm walking, you technically can't face through me anymore. There you go.
You swear a lot.
Bro, I'm getting back
Yeah,
inside.
I'm fixing that. I'm fixing that. Don't worry.
Really cold.
I'm fixing that real quick.
Right. So,
I mute you, kid. I can't hear you.
I've already blocked them. Right. Why do people... Do you think we can, like, start a coup against people and just start getting them kicked from...
I
Is this
mean,
possible?
we don't want to do that because everybody else would not do that. They would
Fair
do
enough.
that to us.
Fair enough.
Logan, if you're wondering where I'm at, I'm up the
Oh, what's up,
ladder
chicken?
on
This
the
is my
bed.
grandma. Say hi to my grandma.
Konnichiwa. Watashi Logan. Anyone who actually wishes to be interviewed, come up here because it's quieter up here and it feels nicer.
Alright,
It's
everybody
more
follow
cramped.
me. That is my friend.
Is this up here as well?
My friend. Fuck off.
Now go
Oh, this
Nagel.
is nice. Yeah, Nagel.
over here.
What, in this little
Grandma
cubby?
doesn't give two shits.
Right,
Comfy.
this is
It's
cool.
comfy.
Cubby. Cubby, I like this.
Alright, someone be the wall.
Kobe.
Someone be the wall.
I'm a slime.
I can't climb.
Oh, where am
I can't climb.
Oh, there it is.
Fuck off. Redstone, join us. Be the wall. Someone can be here. Just be the wall.
I've already muted
Alright,
everyone that's
continue.
logged
We're
in.
actually pretty good now. Continue.
Yes. So, what is, like,
Should I be moving?
this is going from Rec Room now because this is more interesting. Have you had an existential crisis yet?
Define. Explain more.
Realization that death happens and you will reach that point somewhere.
What the fuck kind of
Yes.
question is this? What the fuck?
I'm asking if you've had an existential crisis yet.
Fuck? What the? Yeah, I guess. What the fuck?
So she has.
Excuse me, what-
You talk about it.
Excuse me,
when
what is heavy
did
chicken
this,
in
when
the
did this
floor?
happen? Yes, heavy chicken is in the floor.
Every day. Every day.
Me?
Every day.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
an
much.
ex-
Like,
an
a
ex-
lot of weird shit happens
Existential
to me, so I'm like,
crisis.
oh, wow. One day it's
Well-
just gonna end.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, because death happens, you know? Because I feel like... No,
Hey, does anyone believe in God?
No,
I
I
believe in
particularly don't
fucking-
believe in a god.
Just kidding.
Did you just...
What?
You know what,
But my grandma does.
you stay in this corner and just don't touch people, because you're gonna get arrested.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've already been to
Does
juvie.
anybody believe in God?
Ooh,
Good
Yes.
for you.
my grandma
Why-
does. I bet she does.
What?
Why?
Anyways, continue. I'm sorry.
No,
We're getting so off track.
I like this question. No, I personally do not. Do you?
Why not?
Either.
I do believe in God.
I did.
I I don't believe in God because like I believe that the whole God thing, I feel like things wouldn't be the way they are if there was a power controlling things. Like I realize every time something happens, religion usually has an explanation in the sense of like, you know, disease happens as punishment, some things along those lines.
Person does.
I
That's
I
weird,
personally I do
We're
believe in
technically.
the theory
I mean,
of, well,
yeah,
not
science
theory,
does
but in the
happen.
sense of
We're all
I'm sure-
apes. Okay, is that you?
Hold
I'm
on,
a
let me
believer.
mute some people to hear you.
I'm doing that because you're interesting. You ask good questions. I like you. You do too, but like you answer questions good. She asks question good, which is good.
All right. Well, I could ask questions too, but I'm not really in the
Okay.
mood.
Yeah,
Right.
my point of view on it is, for the longest time, I muted this. Sorry, I had to mute you.
I'm not even fucking talking.
I didn't believe in God. Like, I grew up in a Christian household, and I didn't believe in God, and I was just like, I don't know, like, this kid seems kind of crazy, I don't know. And I really thought for the longest time, like, it was just a way of people just, you know, having this way of feeling better, you know, and it's really easy
Now go.
to live life believing in something and having something to blame things
Why does she
on, you
look
know.
like the average
Fair
crazy
enough.
lady from literally
then-
any
and then
wizard
I-
movie?
I don't know. I just one day, this sounds really stupid, but one day, everyone was saying like the world's ending, and it scared me. I was like, well, I mean, if there's a hell, like I don't want to go to hell, you know. And I pushed it off and I pushed it off. I was like, no, like it's fine, like it's not gonna happen. And if it does happen, like I'm just gonna die, whatever. And then I just felt this overwhelming power and this feeling that I just couldn't explain, and it was God. And I know that sounds dumb from like your point of view, but I just
You're
I
incredibly
cried.
interesting. I'm gonna party up with you and then bring you
Can I
elsewhere
go too?
because
Can I
then
go
it'll be
too?
quiet, and then this will be like
Yeah, yo,
incredibly
yo.
interesting. You
Can I
you
go?
too, and then you're gonna have to
Can I
come
go?
because you're like with that
Oi.
person. You haven't
Oi.
answered anything. You're not allowed.
Nobody cares about you except that you're my friend.
No, she answered one of the questions.
Roach, can I go too, please? Wait,
No.
can I go?
Bro. Over here. Back over here.
Okay.
Over here.
I've just developed a squad of interviewers. This is great. I'm a genius. See, this is what I mean when I say I'm not antisocial.
Mhm. But your class is anti. Well, you
Right.
talk to strangers online instead of
It's a good place.
outside people.
It is a very good place. You
I would
can,
actually, Kiki, do you still have me muted?
if you have anyone
wanna
muted,
explain
unmute them
why
now
I-
because it'll be quieter.
I would like to explain
For
why I believe
reference,
in God, but
for
there's
reference, you are
After you
very
done, after you
loud, very shouty. You can, if you could, that would be
is my
very
mic
nice.
fucked? That's why.
I know
My mic
it's
fucked.
not that.
One
You're
sec.
just very loud.
No, my
The
mic
end-
fucked.
just at the end of the
I'm
interview,
talking
just say
normally
you'll
right
still
now.
make great content.
How's
I-
that sound?
I
Is that good?
heard.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good. Very good. Very appreciated. This is where me and Ekaj just talked for the last, well, Babish just talked for the last like hour, and then we decided to go interview other people, and this got
Babish.
really interesting. So this is very neat. I'm gonna
Well,
sit
I
on
can
this
add
one
on.
because
I
when I
would
sit on
like
that
to
one,
add
I die.
on about this whole God topic.
You can go sit with.
Okay, well listen,
Right, you talk.
I'll tell you, as a believer, it's just crazy because I was like, there's no way like
go
God exists. Even though like I was kind of like I could see it, you know, but I never like truly believed. Like I had a lot of doubt. And then one day everyone was like, the world is ending, the world is ending. I was like, dang, like if there is a hell, like I do not want to go there. And I for the first time I was like praying like for real, and I was like, dude, like God, are you really there? And I sat out on my front porch and was talking to my dad, and I just started bawling. I was like, I need to get saved, like right now. And I didn't understand why, and I didn't understand how, but God was like he needed me. And that's basically like, it's just crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like I had some really bad like lustful addictions, and I was really entwined with the world, and then God just broke all of those chains for me, and now I know that when I die I'm going to heaven. And it's just this weird feeling whenever you know God, like whenever you believe in him. I mean, you'll have your doubts because, I mean, Satan, that's what he does, is he makes you doubt, he makes you fall back into those sins. But God forgives you, God loves you, Jesus died for you, and 10 out of 10 recommend, because God is amazing, and he'll change your life. So
See,
there's my.
I
Hello?
can. Hello. I
Hold on a
can.
sec. Someone's in my house and I don't know who. Hold on a sec.
I can like understand. I can understand that opinion, like because that opinion makes sense. But like,
Do I have
Hang
to
on,
get
was
off?
it you at the whole time?
the
There
way-
might be there might be someone else in this house that I don't know. Hold
Cool.
on a second.
you don't die
Yeah, just
yet.
one sec.
I've still got questions for you. Don't die
Yeah,
yet. Give it
one
like
sec.
give it like 10
This
minutes.
this might be someone else, but
Hold on.
we're about to
Right.
find out. Hold on a
Oh,
sec,
I
I'll be
flashed
right
through the
back.
floor
I
again.
muted
Give me a second. I flashed through the floor. Give me a second. This
Okay.
happens sometimes. I don't know why it
Oh
just does.
no.
I'm gonna climb my way back up.
Hang on. Logan,
Yes,
do you want to end the Skype call so I can
sure. You
Talk
just
with the
end it.
people.
You just end it. Thanks. You
yeah,
do
I'll
that.
end the Skype call.
He is my accomplice.
And then once we're done,
Yeah.
Call
I'll
back.
be finishing off soon enough. This person very cool. I like this person. I'm gonna add you as a friend because you're interesting. I hate
Wait,
this.
how
I'm just
do
gonna
I?
add you this way because I hate doing that. It's
We're
so
good.
weird and it's cringy. Cool. Right. So I can see I can understand that opinion, but personally, like I wouldn't believe in it because I'm a very logical, straightforward
You think?
thinker. Not straightforward, but like
Oh, that's just my hoodie.
I just think that's not
Sorry.
like the whole God thing. I do believe that things happen for a reason, for no any like higher power reason. I just think just through experience, things happen, and then it'll bad. Like I went through a really rough period with a. I'm to put for want of a better words or one of a better phrase. I went through a rough period with a person who hurt me mentally permanently, and that was not great. And then I kind of like I met a person, and things got a lot better after like a year of awful. I got a year of good, and I every time I have a bad day usually gets better. Or every time I have a good day, it usually gets worse. I feel like there's no sort of like yin and yang, but no religion to it. Just there's no good without the bad kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I believe in the idea that things happen for a reason, but I just can't believe that there's a higher power that has powers over the world. Like with just like the way things work. Like let's take something simple as cell division in like cells, like the way you grow, your cells divide, your cells separate, duplicate, like become more. You get taller, you grow. That that seems too logical and scientific and like precise to just be of higher power. That's gotta be like that's a thing. Like obviously that begs the question like where did everything come from? No one can
Yeah.
answer that really. So obviously, yeah. But I still personally believe that everything has an explanation, and I think the idea of a god has no explanation.
I would like to point out something real
See,
quick.
it's so crazy to me because, like,
She
it's
can't.
just, I see
Can you
both
hear
sides
me?
of the story.
He talk now. I'm
you
being
hear me?
called on Skype. Give
Oh,
me
sorry,
one.
sorry, sorry, I had it muted. Okay, go.
Fuck you. Come on.
Hello, I've picked up the
Really?
Skype call.
You could tell
Hello.
me to shut up.
It didn't work.
Okay.
I
You
tried
guys are
to
gonna be interested
speak,
with the
but
next
it
few
didn't
words I'm
work.
gonna say.
Right,
So,
you
what?
talk now because you wanted to talk before.
Okay. I believe there is a religion side, and then I believe the scientific side. Yes, I feel like we did descend from apes. Did, like, if you were really to explain the scientific, you're right, it is precise. It definitely is precise. Because
Mhm.
apes in time became humans like us. You know, cavemen and shit.
For want of a better
But
phrase,
then
yes.
again... but,
Wait, I have a question
let's just say
for
I
you.
also have my... Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, if we really evolved from apes, and I get it, we can have kids, but how come we stopped evolving from apes?
We haven't.
How does that make sense?
Well,
We
Okay,
haven't.
because
I'm
we
gonna-
completely... Well,
I'm gonna
that's the thing, though. I would like
explain
to
that.
add.
I'm
No,
gonna
no, I would
explain
love
that
to
because
add.
that's a question
Please,
I can answer. You do that, but I'm gonna answer that question.
I can also answer it. Trust me. Well, here. How about this? You have your opinion of the things you're gonna answer, and I have my opinion. All right.
Right.
If my
Cool.
opinion's right, then
I mean, if your
Okay.
opinion's the same as mine, then
So-
yeah. But carry on.
well, I might. I don't know. I don't read your head. I can't read your mind.
and you can tell me like we evolved enough to the point that we don't. But
No,
to
we're
me, that
still
doesn't make any
evolving. We're
sense.
still evolving.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of dumbasses there. That's called de-evolving, but but we're still evolving a lot. Like, we still got people that are developing brain that still count as evolving. We got people developing height. We're still evolving in a way. We still are.
Similar.
We're not done evolving.
I'm
You
gonna
can answer it then.
same thing, but I'm gonna expand upon it basically. Evolution
Okay.
to get to where we are took 300,000 years. In the time religion's been made has been less than 10,000. Religion itself was like obviously like we've had like semi somewhat of religion, like people believing in things like little tribes and having their beliefs. But like religion itself, on a large scale, was like founded less than 10,000 years ago, like 5,000 years ago. Like
I'm
if you
listening. I have to get my
yeah,
charger.
if you think about it that way, she just walked away. You do. I hope you know you walked
Hold
away
on.
on your thing is on your VR, so you kind of like walked off the whole platform.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, give me just uno momento.
It's like you fucking doing something.
I'm just
This
gonna.
is funny because you just see her walk off right here.
Yeah.
And just now you can hear her go, let me do something real quick.
I have a
Okay.
very strong opinion on these things. I'm a very strongly opinionated person. See, I would ask you questions about
Yeah, I
like
can
the
tell.
prison system, but
And
like I
see,
can't really
I am as
answer that because
well.
you live in different countries.
I
I'm
would
an
love to explain, but the
extremely
more I
opinionated person
explain, the
on this.
more I feel
Right.
like I'm kidding myself.
Right. See, the way evolution works, every generation there's a small, tiny, minute change, right? If you think, right, the average age of like ape at the time probably would have been around about like 20, because of like just the way like animals live in nature. They wouldn't have had like healthcare or anything like that. They got diseases, they died way faster than what we do now. So say it's about they die about 20. They have many children within that time of 20. That's another generation with more adaptations. So, for example, black people and white people. White people developed in generally colder countries because they didn't need to absorb as much sunlight from things, so they got darker skin, like they had lighter skin pigments so that they don't get as much heat off the energy of the sun. Black people needed more, generally, why they come from warmer places because they can absorb more. White people don't absorb as much. That's like the whole thing on it. So that's the adaptations. Eventually, we were all at one point we were all similar, or where we eventually spurred from, we're all similar. And then as we evolved and grew, we adapted more things. So, for example, people in Europe, Northern Europe, a lot
Been right
taller
so
than
far.
people in Asia. I don't know exact reason why. I've never done any research on that, but I imagine because in Europe you needed to be taller to reach like maybe trees. I don't know. Times and then you reach trees, so they develop to be taller, so they're taller people. For example, another example, modern example, our earlobes as humans are getting smaller. They've gotten smaller within the last 100 years. Not gone, but that's just because as a race, we don't need them anymore. We don't use them, apart from for like piercings. But like any practical biological use, we don't have one. So our bodies are slowly getting rid of it. Over time, it gets smaller. Same as pinky toes, other things. I can't name anything else, but like earlobes, pinky toes, we don't need them, so we're getting rid of them. Our body's slowly getting rid of it because every generation, it's like getting smaller. But not just that, evolution was also working through natural selection of things that were better adapted to survive, live longer. For example, the taller people in Europe live longer, had more children. Therefore, the taller gene of those taller people spurred on, so those taller people made tall babies. Therefore, the short people who died more didn't get to make as many short babies, so therefore there's a bigger population of tall people, and they kind of evened out. Because of healthcare and advancement in medicines and other things like that, it doesn't make a difference how tall or short you are, or how many arms you've got, or what your skin pigment is. You can acquire the same things. So that natural selection part of evolution is gone. So therefore, as a race, we're just evolving purely based off the person's genes. So if say this man say he's tall, say he has a kid with some woman who's short, it'll generally be a medium-sized baby. If two tall people have a child, tall, but it doesn't make a difference now because tall people will live probably just as long as small people. That is evolution, and that is why humans have stopped evolving. Or not stopped, but
Okay.
Holy
slowed down.
crap. That was fucking a lie. You didn't
Yeah.
even take a breath.
That was a 10
No,
point.
I am. That's all I need to say.
You definitely got some brain cells. I like that.
Okay,
You can.
to me, like, I've seen both sides of I've been on both sides of the fence. You know, they always say the grass is green on the other
You
side.
a
Let me
teacher in
tell
life,
you.
I would like to point out.
Mhm.
Like, you seem to know more. You seem to know more than everything. Are you a teacher in life?
No, I'm 16.
Professor.
I'm only a year older than you.
Wow, what the fuck?
Anyways,
Wait,
I said
Ganol,
puberty
I
at
was
are
like
you
gonna say
8.
is
17 this year or 17
No, I'm
next year?
no, I'm
to
16 this
me,
year.
Oh, I'm 15 this year.
Yeah, get game,
Cool.
kid.
to me, it's completely insane to think that the Earth is millions of years old because I believe that it's only a couple thousand years old, and you're looking at me like what?
See, no,
Because
because we have
just
proof that it isn't. That's the only thing I can say against you. But if
Let's
you believe that, if
not
that's your
violate.
belief, then sure. If that's your belief, then you believe it.
see,
But the thing on the other end of the spectrum, we do have proof of that. Creation of the
You're
universe, we
wrong.
don't. You can say what you want about that because we can't really say anything about it. However, saying that the world is like 10,000 years old or something, we do have proof that millennia ago, like hundreds of millennia ago, there was theories like stages
hey,
of
give me just
evolution
one
through
second, just one second.
skeletons.
Hold on a second.
And
It looked like
and
you just
bacterial
snapped your own
fossils.
neck. Your neck just went.
Okay, give me a second. Yeah.
And Logan,
Mhm.
bacterial fossils.
I
Remember
think
them?
she did.
Yeah.
I think she might have did.
It's Bluetooth. Anyways, so okay.
Dude, I thought I was gonna
His-
answer the question. Let's just start again.
Yeah, you
have-
you answer. Well, actually, no, you need to ask stuff. You need to carry on with your opinion so he can have an opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really been
Okay,
asked the
to me-
option. I haven't really been given the
I
option.
have
Carry
to
on.
get a point through real quick. I have to get a point
Carry
through
on.
before I forget. Okay. To me, there's more proof that God exists in science than there is that he doesn't. And it's really, really easy to put things together and to be like, hey, like this makes sense, like we're evolving, the earth is millions of years old, like
There's a reason why it's
evolution.
easy.
But
I'm just gonna point that out. There is a reason why it's easy. Like, when it comes to the whole like God exists, you do have to like join. You have to like join two dots that aren't on the same page. Whereas, with the evolution thing, it's all kind of there, and it's all kind of like the reason why it's
see,
easy is because it is there.
see, it takes more, to me, it takes more faith to not believe in God to believe in God. So, like, honestly, kudos to you. But I just think that there's been too much proof of, like, you know, there being a flood, and, you know, they found a thing of,
I got this.
they found a piece of, Jesus's thing, the cloth that went around his head or whatever in the temple, and you're looking at me like, dude, that can't even survive that long, like, you're insane.
No, it can,
But,
because like we found
see,
ancient
this
pottery
is,
and stuff. But again, Jesus,
exactly.
it's been like theorized, and there's been evidence that Jesus did exist. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean Jesus was God's son. Like there's like, for example, Jesus could have just been really smart when it comes to curing blindness. There is like simple things that could have been problems, like blindness. Man literally could have just had some freaking dirt in his eye, and his eye was being dodgy. Jesus could have just like spat in his eye and then just like give it a rub, and then like, I mean, that's very far fetched. There's probably a more advanced reason for it, but that's just me like putting like a rough edge on it. Like, you know, Jesus, Jesus
See,
didn't
this is what
have
I
to
mean.
be
It takes
some
way
prophet.
more. It
Gay
takes
dude
a
behind
lot.
me! Sorry for interrupting, but there is a gay dude behind me. I need help.
What's your opinion? This is a thing, safety. What's your opinions? What's your opinions on
Unfortunately,
when you say you're religious? Does that mean you're religious zealot of like I hate everyone that doesn't believe in God, or more of
No. Okay. See,
and like a
this is another point
I
that I
follow
want to
the
get
Bible
across.
like it's my life written on paper? Or are you more of like
Okay,
the
this
God
is
kind of makes sense person? Because if there's hi, you can
no,
buy
no,
up
no,
because
no,
you're
no,
his
no, no,
friend.
no.
No, I was gonna. I had the
Oh, okay.
party
Sorry.
up. That was the point, because your friend. I was
Dang, I
gonna
really.
add them into the conversation. Yeah, carry on. I'm gonna.
I have more
You meant
friends.
it.
Sorry. The other two that are up there aren't mine. I don't know who the other people are up there.
Okay, just leaving me. Right. Carry on.
Okay, okay. So, wait, what
Come
was
over
the
here. We'll
question?
talk over here.
You,
So,
you were
Yeah,
you
like
were
this
you
dude.
were talking about how there's more
Come
proof
over here.
of Jesus and God than there is of science.
Let's just talk over here.
okay, okay, wait.
Those guys are
But
talking
before
about
that,
things.
or after that, you said that, am I like,
Let's just go over here.
I
in
was
the
just
Bible, and I'm
saying
kind of
that
like, that
because
makes
he
sense.
said something about gays, and I
Dang.
know that there's a very common thing under the religious community that gays shouldn't exist. But and that's why I was saying
Okay,
you're religious
here's
zealots,
what I,
because
here's
like
something
the
really
whole like
important that I
hyper
want you to know,
religious.
okay?
Yes.
Trust me, it's going to bore you.
A person who believes in God loves everyone. A person who truly believes in God loves
That's why I
everyone, and
was
it does not
asking.
matter who they are, what they
That's why I was
do.
asking. Because if you were one of those people that follows
Yeah.
the Bible like it is their life written on paper, then gay person probably would have been,
They'll ask for my opinion.
you know.
Actually,
So
you'd be
that's
surprised to hear that I am a person that follows the Bible like it is my life written on paper. But in the Bible, if you read it enough, it says to love people no matter what. You know, love the person, hate the sin. And yes, I do believe that being gay is a sin. I believe that being greedy is a sin. I'm sinful person. Gay people are sinful people. I'm a sinful person. It doesn't matter. Like, we're all sinful, and I don't look at them any different. Like, I don't judge them at all. And
okay.
it's what they do. It's what happens, and that's okay. You know.
Okay.
But
Right. Back to the
it
other
just
things. I was just asking that for the sake of the safety of another human being and to say of making this fine. But anyway, carry on.
Well, it's like, that's
I'm
my
losing my
turn.
train of
I can
thought.
tell
This
they
happens
need
all
me.
the time. We're talking about the proof of Jesus. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Carry on. I like
How
questions.
do you? Okay, that
Their
you proved
opinion's
my point
longer. Never
about
mind.
how it takes more faith to not believe in God than it takes to believe in Him. You know, because you said that there's proof that Jesus did
Apologies.
exist,
Yes.
but
Okay.
then
See,
also
I would
Well,
like to
Jerry
point
Wilson.
man
out.
could have just
I know you're
had
Carry on.
talking.
dust in his eye. And
Is there a way? I'm just gonna say it real quickly.
You're just like it could have had dust in his eye.
She carry on because she asked me a question and I'm curious.
And okay,
Me?
her opinion is.
What is your question?
Fucking wrong.
Okay. Why don't you believe that Jesus is the Son of God? I mean, the guy literally made the blind to see, you know?
But
Like, he
but
did all these miracles, and it's just proof in the Bible. There's proof in the Bible, too. People didn't even believe him, and he did all these miracles, you know?
that's the Bible was written. Like that's what I like. The Bible was
Are those your friends
written by
upstairs?
a person. The Bible can be exaggerated. Like if someone
I
picks
don't
out
know
a
who those
bone
people
in
up
the
there are.
ground, uses a method proven
I think
that
those are
works
her
to
friends.
carbon date
This was
a
literally
bone.
32 AD as
Yeah,
well.
like
Oh, I'm just gonna sit right
people
here.
can carbon date a bone and say like this is when this happened. We know that this bone is from here. We can piece together a skeleton from nearby bones to make a whole being carbon date back to an actual date of like hundreds of thousand years ago. And
I like to
like
point out those guys
when
are
you
just fucking dumbass.
when you can do that,
Sorry.
when you can do that, when there's like that evidence, the Bible
Smart
is just
people.
written by someone who
Dumbasses.
when the Bible was written by someone who can put
What?
whatever they want. Like a book is written, is it not? Like a book, you use your imagination to make it interesting. Like if someone writes a book in real life, you wouldn't write the story of a completely
What are you
average
doing?
person who lived a completely normal life. He was a plumber, he lived on like Buckinghamshire Road. He had a family of four. He lived an all right life. He lived in a council estate. Like you wouldn't write about that because it's incredibly average. You would write about some kid who had like a superpower or some dude who had like loads of trauma because that would be interesting. It's more interesting that Jesus did a miracle of
Okay, I'm
God
gonna see what they're
and
doing up there. You
fixed
stay
someone's
here.
eyes than use some like medicine that no one really heard of yet. Like in this, like for example, in Egypt, when people in like England, where USA wasn't formed at the time, but like people in England at the time who used like bloodletting as a form of medicine. People in Egypt had actual medicine that they used to cure these things. People in Egypt had way more advanced medicine than we did at the time.
Well, this is
It could have just been a simple
This is,
process of he knew about
guys,
these medicines
dumb
and
people
fixed something.
meet smart
And
people. Alright?
again,
Dumb
like
people meet
humans are
smart people.
humans. In the end of the day, and in this
AKA
current
meet
time,
boring people,
I'm
meet fun
comparing it to
people.
like modern civilized humans, so you never know. But like humans are humans, and like for the same reason communism doesn't work, someone with power is gonna become greedy.
Oh, they're talking
He
about
had this power
politics. That's
to
what it
fix
is.
these things.
No, it's not
He
about
could have
that.
very easily, like I'm not saying he did, because you never know, and that might be true. Just
Religion.
he could have. He could have very easily just like, you know,
Foster, stop being
not. Who wants to do this?
No, I see your point. I definitely see that mindset.
Balls, that's all I can say.
Yo, he's gonna vote kick you.
Yeah, I already
Yeah,
have. I
We have
mean, like,
reason why. This is kind of his place.
Anyways,
right.
So
AKA why I said dumb people
Right,
meet
carry on.
smart
I'm getting
people.
distracted by everything. I'm like off my
Except for
ADHD
you,
messages,
Lexi, you're
I'm like, okay.
And whoever you are.
So
That's a shame.
Dude.
So to me, wait, what was the last
Apologies.
thing you said?
I
I'm so
was
sorry.
was
I'm
saying
like,
that Jesus could have just had a good knowledge of medicine
warned
and
him.
could have like
Fucking
very
warned him.
easily just.
okay. So do you know who wrote the Bible?
No, I don't know who wrote the Bible. Educate me.
Okay, so the disciples who were the followers of Jesus, they wrote the Bible.
Mhm.
And you know, Jesus had the disciples, and they were kind of like they were his crew, you know, like his gang, you know. They followed him around. They wrote the Bible, and it's easy to get confused and to be like, oh, it's been translated over and over and over, you know, and it could be exaggerated, and you know, like
for a while.
Yo,
it can be confusing and it can be hard
Wait,
to
Logan.
understand and piece together. But the Bible
Mhm.
is the oldest, most prophesized book in the entire world.
I'm gonna
And
right.
It's
I'm gonna put my final
it's
point
the most
out once you finish, just and then I need to go. But yes, carry on.
okay. It's written.
Quiet.
Okay, you know what? Just go ahead. I'm losing my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I'm like my brain's messed up today.
Wait, Logan. Logan, before you go,
Grandma.
right?
Okay.
Logan.
What's your
Uh,
kind of point?
Again, nickname. That's what
Right. 1 second, I'm being texted.
Come here, Cherry. Come here.
It's very
Yes, sir.
distracting that she's also called Cherry because I call my friend here Cherry Blossom. So you know, I hit Cherry and then I'm like, and then yeah, but
Bro,
That was
Logan,
like only
right?
2 seconds when
I have a
oxygen
proposal,
kicked out. It
right?
was like a fucking 45 seconds.
What if Jesus? What if the
I'm going to
Bible
bed.
was like Jesus?
told you, you gotta
Let,
get
like,
Like,
let's say your hypothesis
my
is
friend
correct,
here is
and Jesus.
this help is talking to me. He's getting a point across, and I'm going to display his point with my added addition. Yes, carry on.
Okay.
Right. So let's say your thing was right, and Jesus was just a really good doctor, and he
Mhm.
knew how to like cure like
Yeah,
basic
yeah.
blindness. What if the Bible was meant to be like a Grey's Anatomy, but then his disciples was like maybe like mistranslated what he said?
See, I agree with that.
Yes, you are.
Right.
Don't talk.
He's had the pretty much exactly the same point as me. They
don't
are
want-
Jesus's
Again,
disciples.
distractions.
Like Jesus, like I said before, Jesus, like he man with good things. If he did have good knowledge of
But yeah,
medicines
auto-tune
or
guy,
things like that,
He comes here.
he
auto-tune
could
out.
have he could have just like not manipulated them, but like he could have asked them to write the Bible in a way of like get
Grey's
across
Anatomy.
how I did things in a, as he said, Grey's Anatomy kind of way. Like get across the way I did things, and they either glorified it because again they thought he was doing miracles, they glorified it
Oh
in
no.
not in the way he wanted, but in a way of like, because he could have been getting killed. Because think about it this way:
Oh
this
no.
man has committed miracles
Oh
which
no.
could have been seen as like, whoa, that's weird. Like the people who killed him, he was crucified. Again, religion was still a thing. Like at
Yeah,
that
like
time,
Jewish.
religion was a thing.
Jewish
At that,
was
yeah, like he was
Jewish
Jewish
religion was a
at the
thing.
time.
Jesus
Religion
was a
was a
Jew.
thing. Yeah, people could have seen that as like a people could have seen that as like a god. He is going against God by doing these things. He could have been killed for that. Like, and obviously, it's like, you ever did you do any history courses or anything? In anything?
Me?
Fucking
Yeah.
hate you.
Yes. History
Okay.
classes, yes.
So then you'll know that
Oh,
you've got to
wasn't a
check
mute
the
button on here, this actually
validity
would've
or
more-
usefulness of a source
fucking been short.
by its like,
Where's Aiden?
who was it
I
written
mean,
by? Like if you say you
Mr.
took a
Adam?
document raw, like say you took a newspaper in USA about the Civil Rights Act, someone who was a white supremacist would have had a completely different, like they would have said that, like they would have come up with every
No.
point possible to make
No,
black
you're gonna
people
get
seem
kicked.
like bad, wouldn't
You're
they?
gonna get kicked.
A white person would, not a black person would make it seem that like black people
Not
bad.
from me,
Somebody
him.
already done. He's gonna try to
Like
kick you.
that's what would happen if these were Jesus' disciples.
Which is
They would
Loki.
make him sound bigger, you know. Like they would make
Yeah.
him. They would, like if he did something, they would glorify it because that was the side they were on.
So, basically you're saying
Because that's
it's
just human
bias,
nature.
right?
Yeah.
That's the way people are. Like you would do that now. You
You
like
heard
if you were
Or did I
in,
meet you
Nobody's
before?
heard.
if you
'Cause I feel
like
like
I don't know if it's happened to you, but if you were in an argument
No, I
with
didn't meet you.
I don't
someone
remember you.
No, I
and
definitely.
or if you
I
and your
don't
friend
remember
were in an
you either.
argument with someone, you would, even if your friend was a little bit wrong,
Dude,
you
this
wouldn't
has
go,
been going
actually,
on,
never
I hope
mind,
you
I
know, for
don't agree
fucking
with you, because you're their
25
friend.
minutes.
You would help them even if they are a little bit wrong. You would just like help them and then tell
Yeah,
them
true,
afterwards
but
they're wrong.
if it's a topic,
If they were
and
Jesus'
they do not
disciples,
stop.
even if they disagreed with him, for example, Judas, who might have
Is
just
that you
thought
doing that?
like,
Is that
this
you
is
doing
kind
it
of,
or
I
him?
don't agree with this whole thing. I'm gonna kill Jesus. And he might, like, again, like the corruption of he was paid, or in the Bible it was written that he was paid to kill Jesus. He might not have
Must
been
just be
paid.
indoor sounds.
It might be glorifying the of hatred toward them. Like again,
Oh,
it's
it's
written.
nighttime.
There's no evidence for it. Like it could be right, but the chances of it being right with the way people are, I just think is very, very wrong. Well, not wrong, very unlikely. That's the word. Personally, anyway.
See, for as much as you disagree about the Bible, you sure have researched a lot to know as much as you do. Because
I
most
don't. I
people are
don't.
like,
I don't do research. I just like over time I don't Google this stuff.
Everything.
I don't.
Yeah.
You can leave. I mean, no one's stopping you, but you seem pretty intrigued. I feel like that's why you stayed because you're quite interested in the
No,
argument.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued,
why
but I
I'm
just can't
staying.
state my own opinion. No, it's just like it's the fact that I can't
see-
state my own opinion.
see, to
I'm
you
just
guys,
kinda here listening.
this
I had
guy makes
opinions,
sense. He
so-
he has everything to back up science and.
But that's
So
the
you're
point.
telling me
his
is I'm a
That's what you
dumbass.
opinion
need.
makes sense.
No,
It makes sense when
that's
you
what
break
you
it down.
need to prove something. You need evidence. You need things to back yourself up. Like you're not going to go into an argument. Think about it this way: if you went into an argument with someone who said like, I don't know, dumb thing, but say someone said chocolate was bad, and you went in and just went, chocolate's good. They went, why? You go, I don't know. I just think chocolate's good. It's such a useless point because then your point
No,
makes
actually,
no
this actually
difference.
is interesting because I just realized I've been
Your
doing nothing
point
for the
your
past
point
hours.
makes no difference at all because you have nothing to back it up. If you could turn around and say like chocolate's good because of all these reasons, like it's good for your health, all these things, that makes it useful. That makes that like point actually have some legs on it. If you go like for like I no offense, but like I believe like Jesus, like the Bible is old. Is in a nutshell, like you said, the Bible is old and prophesied. That's what you said.
I'm a dumb brute, so.
Like yeah, it's old, but that doesn't
pretty much
give
just
it
saying
any
that
legs
the
to as
Bible's-
evidence. Like
If it was written
No, I
by
know,
his
I get what they're
disciples,
saying.
then
I
it's
just-
biased.
bones
can't
are
really-
old, and when you can
No, just
carbon
do it.
date them and put an
Do it.
old
I don't
put
wanna
an
push
age
out-
on them and literally like
but
say that they are
What
100
I'm
years
trying to
old
say
and
is,
this is
I
proof
understand what
why.
they're talking about.
You know,
It's just I can't do what he's doing right now and putting evidence.
right? He's talking about
I'm a
it,
good
and I feel
fighter
like
in
he
real
has a
life.
point.
I'm a fighter, so that's why I'm calling myself a brute. I'm a dumbass.
Get your
my bad,
opinion
you're not-
across, because I hear you talking about it, and I feel
Wait,
as though
hold
you
on,
might
hold
have an
on, hold on.
opinion.
Well, I did, but it's fine. You guys can keep talking. Do you
Come-
mute me?
I unmuted you.
No, it's fine. Just do your topic. Just sorry. I'll stop talking.
Come over. I'm
Okay,
asking you
no,
to get
I
your
vote
opinion
you.
across. It's boring if it's just two people talking. It's more interesting the more people that talk.
Can I get my opinion across?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right. Well,
You go, then she
that's the
go.
thing, though.
And then
So
after
what
that,
are we
I'm gonna
talking
have to
about right
stop
now?
I
this.
still haven't got my opinion across.
Well,
We've been
are you
both
sure
of
about that?
both of us have
You
been talking about this for like
did.
half an hour, right?
No, I've been
I
listening
know.
to
Okay.
talk.
hmm
Well, you've gotten your opinion. I've tried, but it's fine.
Carry
At
on.
this point,
Carry
you
on.
guys are talking about the Bible.
Talk.
That's something out of my reach.
Talk.
How is
Talk
that out
about
of
what your
reach?
opinion. What's your opinion on this as a whole, then? On the whole, like
Guess my
Jesus
opinion on
God
the whole
thing.
is.
Okay,
Well, my
I feel like we
opinion,
don't have enough information on my side for them to be able to have an opinion after you hear what I could tell you.
Well, carry on,
See,
and then you have opinion afterwards, and then you.
okay. So you know how in the beginning there was Adam and Eve? Because God
Supposedly,
made
yes.
Adam and Eve.
Mhm.
And supposedly, okay, whatever. So basically they were perfect. They were everything God wanted them to be. And everything was great. And God said, listen, you can do whatever you want, but you cannot eat from this one tree, the tree of life, because then you will see good and evil, and you don't want to see evil, you know? And then the serpent came by, and the serpent was deceiving, and he was like, hey, Eve, like, dude, why wouldn't you want to eat from this tree, dude? Like, you could see evil and good, and you can be just like you can be just like God, you know, and you could be seeing everything. And he was deceiving. And
Jose,
Eve was like,
point
oh,
out.
yeah.
Your voice is small now.
My
Your voice is small. How do you measure a voice in height?
Wait, what the fuck? Wait,
How do you measure
what?
it? No.
Never mind, continue. Something happened and never mind.
Okay, continue.
Your voice was small for a second, my bad. Sorry.
Anyways, so you know, the serpent was deceiving, and the serpent was like, hey, like, just eat from this tree, you know, like, dope, okay? And so she was like, you know what? I do want to see everything like God. I want to see everything how he sees. I want to see good and evil. I want to be all-knowing like God. And so she ate from the she ate the apple, and or whatever it was. She ate from the tree.
It was an
And
apple.
then Adam did as well. And they both saw that they were naked. And God came to them and was like, dude, like, how do you know you're naked? Like, the only way you would know is if you ate from that tree, you know, because they ended up clothing themselves and were hiding, and God was like, where are you guys? Like, and they were like, we're naked, so we're trying to find clothes. But, so see, this is what happened is, you know, they ate from the tree. God said not to. They ate from the tree. That was the downfall of man. That was when basically Satan ran the world. And you know, you might be thinking, like, if this really did happen, why can't God just, like, take it away? But he created us to be perfect, to be just exactly like him. But because of the downfall of man, we all live in sin, and we all are part of the world, and our flesh, like our human flesh, it craves the things of this world, the lustful desires, you know, drugs, alcohol, like whatever, and it's just part of our human nature. As you know, it's literally part of our human nature. But God,
I
you
just
know,
put myself on
Satan
push to talk for a second.
is the
Bruh.
ultimate deceiver, and
Like,
it's easy to
Jesus
sit here and
Christ, this
think
woman
like,
talks.
okay,
I,
like
I really, like,
that's it.
I
There's
want to
not an
say, like, I
existence of
care about her
God.
opinion,
There's
but she's
too
wrong.
much evidence that he's not there. You know, how do we believe in something we can't see? You know, and that's where faith comes into play. And it's just, to me, it's crazy to think that the world can be millions of years old whenever, I just feel like if the world was millions of years old, we would have been evolved way more than we are now.
But we
And
weren't
I
there a
know
million years old. We weren't there a million years old. We hadn't developed to the point.
that's how your logic crumbles.
You're really loud. Please, I like having opinion. I like people talking. You're loud and annoying, and you're trying to prove people points wrong. I've muted him. Right.
See,
Star to. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce your name. I'm gonna call you
Are you
Stit.
done, chicken?
Dude, call me Brian. That's my nickname. Just call me Brian.
Wait,
call me
wait,
Aiden.
Chicken, are you
That's
done?
first name is
Starter
Aiden.
Riot.
Nickname is Brian.
Braden.
Stop.
Right.
Fuck off. I hate that
Bread!
dude. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
I don't want to be.
Braden
Okay,
should.
I'm muting this dude.
Braden. Right. You have
Alright.
your. Do you have an
Can we
opinion?
do something real quick? Kick this dude. He's gonna be loud as fuck and obnoxious.
Okay. I'm okay with this.
Easy too because, but why?
No offense,
Another
but
thing
I
for
can
me
go like
is
tell he's gonna
like,
be obnoxious.
in the Bible it says once you become a Christian, you're gonna face the ultimate hate. People are gonna hate you. People are gonna hate you. They're gonna slander you. They're going to never understand you. And there's gonna be a lot of
There it goes.
of that.
Okay.
As soon as you become Christian and you try to argue with people, people are like, no, I can't see this God. And there's no evidence that he exists because I can't see him. And it just doesn't make sense. And it does make sense because
Okay.
they found the piece of cloth that Jesus was wrapped in. Jesus died on the cross, okay? When Jesus died, the only way that we're able to go to heaven is because of Jesus, because God gave his son, literally his only one son that he ever had, his only child. He gave his son for us. And we literally are horrible. I know it's not easy.
See.
Ever. It's horrible whenever somebody tells you you're a horrible person. You're a sinful person. You're,
See.
you know, like,
I'm
you
gonna.
know, it's, why would you want to follow
I can.
somebody that says
I
that you're a
can.
horrible
Surprised my
person?
mom
I'm a
hasn't made
horrible
it over
person
here.
too, you know?
I can
Sometimes
tell
it's-
you. See. You can. Like. You can say that, but I still think that like. I know. Your point is like. Faith is important, but
Faith is important.
faith is it's the same as not having an art like having a backing to your argument. I can understand faith because faith definition of faith is just to have a strong belief in something. Like faith doesn't obviously just mean God is having a strong belief in something. I have a personally I have a strong belief in like the idea that everything happens for a reason, or not everything happens for a reason, but with there's no good without
No,
bad.
no,
I believe that.
I get that opinion. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And also, this Lexi said before that she has an opinion on this, so she can talk now. I threw you completely on the
just
spot, but
wanted to
carry
chime
on.
in
Yeah, you chime in.
that I don't completely believe the whole. I'm kind of like half and half. If I was to say that I believed in any sort of Christian things or beliefs or whatever you want to call it, I don't believe most of the things past. I don't know how to word it. Like things to do with Jesus, most of the time I don't believe.
So you
Just
agree
because,
with the idea
in
that there's a
my
higher
opinion,
power, but not the idea that there's
yes.
like the whole. You don't believe in the whole like story of Jesus and stuff, but you believe that there's a higher power that is
Right, I
among
think he
us.
was a person that existed, and he's definitely a huge part of what played in the world, but I don't think that all of what's said is completely his fault and all based off him and his so-called father, because I think Mary probably wasn't a virgin and she was probably just lying to save her ass, if I'm being honest, because that's what I
Because
would do.
yeah, humans.
Okay, wait. So the story goes, Mary's a virgin, and she had, you know, an angel came to her and said, "You're going to have a child,
But
and it's gonna be named Jesus."
you know,
How do you
if you're a
believe that?
like if you're pregnant, right, and you have a husband, and you haven't had sex with that husband, and you really don't know what to do because in these times, by the way, if you cheat on your husband, you could get beaten to death, you could get killed, you could get executed for what God would say is like it's adultery. You're cheating on your significant other. That's bad in those times. You could get killed. You're gonna lie about it, and what better way to lie about it than say God did it because everyone believed in God, everyone believed that there was a higher power. You kind of might have to lie about it because you don't want to die, and people have instincts. If you like, no matter how much you believe in God, you don't want to. No one wants to die, and I feel like at that point, even if she did believe in God, she's already sinned. So I feel like she'd already in her mind at least had put herself in a point where if she's already done enough harm, she might as well make sure that nothing else comes to her. Like I feel like you would, as like you said, save your own ass.
I see your point. I see the argument you're making.
Hmm.
But Mary was a really religious person, and she was really like, the Catholics, they pray to Mary because she's the mother of Jesus Christ. And personally, I think that's wrong. I think you can only pray to God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, which pretty much the same thing.
She
Because
she
she's not a powerful being. Sure,
once
she gave
once
birth to
again
Jesus, but
like if she was like you want to survive. She might have just been again having sex with some people because she was a prostitute. She might be getting things for this. Because again, most people were religious then, but and I said everyone. I'm gonna retract that statement. Not everyone, because even nowadays, it's like the roles reversed. Most people don't. Most people nowadays aren't religious or don't follow Christianity. At the time, around there, obviously, 90% of people would have been religious. But if she was a prostitute, she could have been like getting money to buy bread or being given food or money in exchange for sex because you got to do what you got to do when you're gonna die. Like if you're gonna starve to
okay,
death.
no. Listen, this.
Great.
I
Okay,
don't
no.
understand. Like, I understand. Listen, I understand, but I don't understand because Mary was a virgin and God
But
literally
there's no
chose her
proof
to
that she's a
have her
virgin.
son.
But there's no proof that she was a virgin, and there was no proof that God chose her. Like people like I doubt anyone saw the angel. I doubt anyone saw this angel come down and like it wouldn't have been like a community gathering. Like it wasn't like she was given to the angel. From what I know anyway. You can say I'm wrong if I'm not, but from what I know, an angel came to her during the day, said, "You're pregnant with God's son," and kind of skedaddled.
So you're doubting that the fact that this might be a drunken man saying that he's an angel, and this lady might have been, I don't
Nah, I'm
know,
just saying she might just be
having a
saving
bad.
herself from being a prostitute or selling a body or just being an adulterer. Like, like again, at the time, everyone was religious. People would kind of give you like a. If she was very religious, I imagine she might have been well respected then. If she was highly religious and maybe one of the most religious people, or seen as one of the most religious people, she might have been well respected, so people might have believed her. Like again, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying like because everything's a theory in the inevitability of it. Like I could throw a brick through a window right now, and I could say I did it, but there's no proof I did it. Like this, but there's
I mean, I
proof on
suppose
one
the
side, and
evidence
there's
of you
most.
throwing a brick through a window would be the debris from me throwing a brick in a window. So
But yeah, I know, but like that,
I
it
Or like
was
20 years from now when the window's fixed.
yeah. Again, actually, that was a point that I can use as evidence. After so long, as you said, the Bible's old. After so long, things change. Like things
Nobody's
that,
stopping you.
like, over time, society and people have developed.
You're not smart, that's why.
Who's talking? Because I can't hear. Because
see.
I can't hear who's talking. Okay, him. Okay, cool. Also, after
I
you've made your point, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna have to leave. So you people can talk among yourselves with this conversation carried on. I have to leave because it's like almost 12 o'clock, and I want to go to bed. I've been streaming for like 5 hours. Right, carry on.
Oh no, you're
How
good.
long-
We
how
can
long have we been
finish this
talking for?
conversation later.
I just want to point out how long have we been talking about? How long? I feel like this has been like going through an hour. Yeah, this has been
About
possibly going for an hour straight. This is
about 50
amazing.
minutes ish.
I will fucking write each. Literally, if I was recording this, I would write everything we have right now and actually put this in a document. I'm not joking.
This is
Transcript it.
well, I mean, it's all on a recording. I've streamed it all. I'm just gonna download it, probably code or put it into my channel and stuff.
You're
So that
streaming?
yeah, I've been streaming for the
Well,
last
here,
like.
here,
I will tell
here,
you
It
how long
says
I've
no
been
use
I'll
streaming
grab
for.
recorded,
whatever
so
stream. I'll
I've
write
been
down everything
streaming.
on a document. So
I've been streaming for 4.5 hours. To be fair,
Bro,
there's been
what the
other stuff in
fuck?
the stream. I streamed for like 2 hours, and then I've been maybe like an hour and a half, and now I've been on Rec Room for like 2.5 hours. Wait, is that maths? Yeah, that's maths. No,
I just
Rec Room
want
for
to
3 hours.
finish with the
Carry on.
point that um, Satan's the ultimate deceiver, and it's hard. I know you're like faith, woo, it's a big thing in here, but and to you guys, there's no proof, but to me, my life, what has happened, and what I've been brought through, I don't know. I don't think that there would be any way that I could have gotten where I am and even been alive without God.
See,
And it's easy to lean on something
I'm gonna
for,
leave my
but I'm just telling you.
I'm gonna leave my point on. I've been through, like, all right. You were there when I asked the question on existential crisis, right?
Yeah.
And your friend Redstone, there, you were there when I asked the existential crisis. I went through my existential
Yeah.
crisis at the age of 4. I
Yeah.
No, I went mine
I
when at the age of 1 when I cracked my forehead open.
see, like,
I was possibly dead for like about 5. Okay, before you go to bed, one more interesting thing. One more interesting thing. This might be interesting, and this might be boring. But let's just say around 2 years old, I slipped on a blanket because my babysitter found me, scared me, and I might have cracked my head open.
mhm.
Let's just say, I don't know how long I was out for, but you guys are not gonna believe me, but as I cracked my head open, a white light happened, and then me blacking out.
Well, yeah, that's how that works. But carry on.
True. Yeah, sorry. I know that. But it's possible the doctor said to me that I died and then came back.
Because that
In
can
a way.
happen. You can be legally classed as dead for a certain amount of time because your body can get to a point where you like. Because sometimes your body can get to a point where it's like you might not recover, so you can be legally like. I had a friend who fell off a roof and was like legally dead for 5 minutes, but he recovered. So yeah, like I can imagine you did get like an experience. I went through mine because at a young age, I don't know if I was just a creative mind or my brain was just really messed up. But as a child, I had incredible bouts of sleep paralysis and really not childlike nightmares of like when I'm sure you know what sleep paralysis is.
Yeah, get
Like
those two.
between like 3 to 4, I like late 2, then through 3, and then early 4, I like had sleep paralysis like very frequently, and it was always see. It's why I have a weird fear of like those ear frequency tests where they have like a noise and it like increases in frequency. I
Yeah,
with sleep paralysis usually
I
get the
understand
symptoms
that part.
of you see weird shadows, which is your brain just imagining stuff. You hear noises, which is your brain again imagining stuff, and then you get unable to move again because you're in a state of between sleep and not sleep. So obviously at the time at 4, I didn't understand what it was. I couldn't move. There was weird shadow things attacking me, and I had this constant noise. I have a weird irrational fear now of that one noise. Like if you play one of those, my heart rate flies up, and I'm in a complete like panic. But I, at a young age, obviously had these, which was always made me scared of something that I didn't understand. And then I'd always have nightmares of dying. As a young child, like at 4, who didn't understand what death was. A common one I had, I don't know why it was, but it was a witch, and it drowned me. I didn't know why I knew what drowning was, but I felt like
Wait until I talk to him tomorrow.
I drowned, and that happened. And that's when I had an existential crisis of I'm going to die at 4. So like, and then that comes along with abusive relationship that happened for a year where I like was incredibly depressed and suicide happened a lot. And like all of and then like murder of my uncle, death of 2 of my grandparents through cancer. I I'm very used to like death and things, and I can say like it happens. It happens to everyone. I'm not sad or worried by it. I take it as a good thing. if you're gonna die, you might as well make something good out of it. I've plan on being a psychologist. I've done all my GCSEs, place on being a psychologist slash therapist. I'm going into
Okay,
sixth
no, no,
form for
no, this is
psychology
way too
biology.
creepy.
Like
The
this,
way this is creepy that we met, that we even crossed paths in this life, because that is literally my life goal, is to get a degree in
uh-huh.
psychology and become a
Bro, that's my life goal.
psychologist slash therapist.
No. Actually, like I'm going to school for being a profiler. I'm not even kidding.
Because this is what I mean.
Yo,
People,
what
people in
What the hell?
people who are interested in things come together for things like people like we argue a lot about these things because we inquire a lot about these things. We all have the same. You are in between. I am very on one side. You are on another side. We all have our opinions because we, especially us people who want to be either therapists or psychologists, we want to understand things. That's like the whole thing. We try to understand things. You understand something a different way I do. Every person's different. You can't label one person as one person. No one person's different genetically. Like you physically cannot have two people the same. Twins are different. Everyone's different, but people can have opinions. And like us, we are interested in finding things out and explaining things and learning things. That's why we all, us as people, want to learn things. Him over there, he likes having an opinion. He likes talking to people and having an opinion across, and he likes being in an argument because it's fun. And I'm sure you can agree, this has all
Hold on a
been like
sec.
weirdly
I would
fun
like to point out I don't like usually being in arguments. Also,
disputes, or
yeah,
that's a better
okay,
word.
that's
Argument
sorry,
would imply that
sorry,
we're
different.
aggressive.
I'd consider
Yeah,
a conversation.
You like being
bad
being a
choice of
part of
words.
something.
Although, oh shit, that's my cord. My bad. Sorry.
Man just disconnected himself.
Before you go to bed, that's all I can say. I would like to talk to something. Not now, but I would like to talk to you maybe somewhere, maybe tomorrow if you're open.
Maybe.
I have my
It
own
depends.
opinions I want to share, but I don't want to share around with these guys.
Sure, you can. I'll definitely be on tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be on Rec Room. Do you have a Discord?
No, I don't got Discord, but
What do you have, social
I'm
media
always on
wise?
here. Yes, Instagram
Okay,
and Facebook.
give me my phone. Facebook, well, obviously. You're in VR, and I
Of
90% of the
course,
time
yeah.
it's an Oculus.
But yeah, but if you said any, and you weren't really like
Fair enough.
specific.
Fair
But
enough. What's your name on Instagram?
just my name is Aiden _ 6611. Don't judge the profile when you find it.
I'm gonna
changing
add
this
you
soon.
with my freaking YouTube account and stuff because that makes more sense. So what is it? Aiden.
_ 6611.
Is it
Don't get the
Aidan or
E with the
Aiden?
A.
See,
It's
you're cool.
DAN.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, there's some topics that I
Aiden
want to talk about
underscore Aiden
that would
underscore
make me
what?
feel weird if I said it around here.
Fair enough. Aiden underscore what?
And I trust you because I feel like you're more talkable about this stuff.
I am. I'm very opinionated, but I also like opinions. What's your full Instagram? Aiden underscore, and then is it caps for the Aiden? Is it just not?
6611. That's it. That's pretty much Aiden _ 6611.
Is it capital A or lowercase a?
Lowercase.
Okay.
It's got a stupid Asian profile on it.
Yeah, I see.
Hello.
Pog. Right, hello. Right. Anyone else? Anyone else
Don't
wanting?
you gotta go to bed right now?
Right.
gonna let you go to
As
bed.
soon as physically
There's
possible.
There's always tomorrow, so I'm gonna let you go to bed.
Sickner. Right.
Yeah, let's just let you go to bed. That's
In
it.
case you
Right.
get one, we'll definitely have to continue this conversation. Honestly,
I will
thank you
try.
for listening to
Before
my
you-
opinion. Glad I
Yep.
got to listen to yours.
Cool.
But yeah, I just want to talk in private tomorrow.
I will.
Trust me.
Are you
The thing you're
wanting?
gonna hear from me is a little
What's your
strange.
opinions on recording it? Because this has been fun, and I can add it as like a part 2. Like I'm thinking in the eyes of someone who's creating stuff here. Like, is this a recordable thing or is this the thing you want to say? Because I don't care. I say I don't. No, I don't
The
mind
thing I
either
wanna
way. I don't
say-
care. Sounded really mean.
No, you just called that.
Are you okay
well,
with
the-
it being recorded, or would you rather not? I don't mind either
Yeah,
way.
no, it's okay. It's
Like
fine.
when
Okay,
the
sick.
You can
animals
record it because it's gonna
like
get very
helping my
interesting.
house.
I just don't want anybody around here to hear it.
Fair enough.
Respectful.
See, that's cool. Right. I must go. I imagine he's gonna go too. He's been in my. He's basically just been listening through it and then conveying some of his opinions to me, and then I've been conveying them. Anyway, sayonara. I'm gonna end the stream as well while I'm at it. I'll leave you all here while I do it. Sayonara, cause bye bye. Ich liebe dich.